Garcia, and we represent Cloud and Fire Ministries. Cloud and Fire is a faith-based organization that I founded 15 years ago after teaching in the community in one of the schools, one of the nation's worst performing schools. We serve a number of youth every year, ages 6 up through adulthood. And right now, our flagship program is a charter school for older youth who've dropped out of school and are now ready to earn their high school diploma and get ready for college or the workforce. The problem in our community is that we have a 76% dropout rate. And 60% of those dropouts are young women who drop out of school after becoming pregnant and never return to school. This is Stephanie and her 4-year-old son, Mary. She got pregnant when she was 14 years old and dropped out of school. And I'd just like you to stop and think about how difficult it would be to be a 14-year-old with barely an 8th grade education, trying to raise a child with very limited resources. Stephanie came to us at our charter school last year and is now in her 2nd year trying to complete her diploma. And her major obstacle in attending school still is childcare. Stephanie is not alone though. 71% of Latinas will have their first child between the ages of 15 and 19 years. This creates a horrific situation for them, for their futures, for their children, and for society in general. Just one issue that we're dealing with in LAUSD is the non-non crisis, which has to do with language acquisition of the children of teenage moms who are bilingual. Their children are starting school non-fluent in English, non-fluent in Spanish, and essentially 5 years behind on the very first day of kindergarten. There are problems for our society in general that are directly related to teen parenting. Teen moms are currently costing our society $10.9 billion every year, and their children are at much higher risk than any other group for issues such as drug addiction, lifetime poverty, gang membership, going to prison, becoming abusers or abused, and becoming teen or adolescent parents themselves. So, the solution is Cloud and Fire is going to build on our already existing success with teen moms and helping them become educated and ready for the world by creating a preschool just a few steps away from our current location where the moms can drop off their children, know that they will be safe and getting a wonderful academic foundation while they, in turn, are completing their own education. The moms will also take child development classes and volunteer in the preschool, which will help their parenting skills as well. Best news of all is this program is free to the moms because of a subsidy for which they are eligible while they are back to school. But we will also open it up to other moms in the community at a competitive price. And in a moment, Vera will tell us about a creative partnership with a church partner that allows us to do this at real savings. Our community is a poor community, and it is therefore under-resourced. High need, no resources. There are currently 65% of all the eligible toddlers, the subsidy-eligible toddlers in our community, without any preschool resource for them. We polled the 7 closest locations to us, and only one had a few spaces, and the rest were full to capacity and waitlisted. Why are we the team that can do this? We have competency getting academic outcomes with this population. We know our community, and we are known and trusted in the community. Not only that, we have a prime Van Nuys location right on the boulevard that's close to other city centers, and we are offering the moms a wonderful one-stop place for for them to complete their education as well as their children's. We're the only organization of that type.
Right. So, as Melody mentioned earlier, there's an overwhelming demand in our area. And to reach out to our target market, we want to, one, market internally to our own Cloud and Fire students. And for that, we really want to build upon our established reputation. They really view our organization as a true support system and would be more likely to send their children to our childcare versus another one. In fact, they might be convinced only to send their kids to a Cloud and Fire childcare. And we verify this interest in an internal survey. And two, we want to market externally to the Van Nuys community, which would include working moms in general, as well as other subsidy-eligible teen parents who are unserved. And for the teen parents, we want to target our marketing efforts that tap on the synergies between our two core business operations, our childcare and our charter school, so that we can recruit both moms and their children together. Finally, reach out to the working moms in the area. We're going to use traditional marketing methods, business cards, flyers, ads in the local newspaper, and then using all these marketing strategies, we want to aggressively market before we open so that we can start off with a pre-enrollment of around 35 students. So I want you to concentrate on the top left table on your screen, titled General Assumptions. The capital required to start this venture is $88,000, and if you want to break up, we'll be provided in the appendix. Our price point is $650. The reason for this is twofold. One, it's a non-competitive pricing, and two, the government, through its subsidy programs, pays up to $650 or covers $650 of childcare expenses per month. And finally, this brings us to our key business strategy, which is a partnership with a local church. So this is how the partnership would play out. The church would provide us with a facility for us to run our childcare. We will pay utilities, but we will not pay any rent. And in turn, the church would get 40% of our annual profit. This is how this all plays out. Let's look at the 3-year financial statements where we projected our income. So we have our revenue and expenses, and if you look at the row for rent, you'll see that it's 0. This is facilitated by the church partnership. Had this partnership not been there, we would have had to spend $70,000 a year on rent. And we verified this because we actually found a facility that would match our enrollment requirements, and that's how much it would cost. And so, this church partnership saves us $72,000 a year in operating expenses. It provides a much lesser strain on our cash flow and reduces time to break even, and makes this entire operation sustainable. If you look over net income, you'll see that the cumulative net income by year 3 is already going to cover up 2/3 of our initial investment, and by year 4 we'll break even. So just once more to go with net income row. In the first year it's negligibly at a loss, but then from that we're going to have positive net income, and the church will get 40% of that. So let's do return analysis. We're going to assume, which is pretty prudent, that we're going to start off with 35 kids, just slightly above 50% of full capacity. And at that rate, we would variably break even. That is, be net cash flow positive from month 1, have a 5-year internal rate of return of 17%, and break even in around 4 years. Thus, this venture is profitable, sustainable, and impactful. Finally, we set a few milestones so that we have a progress check as we move on. Once we're given the funds and a green signal to go, we're going to hire an interim director, build a playground, hire and train staff, and then obviously market and pre-sale enrollment. And all this is factored into our capital requirement costs. And we target to have 35 students by year 1, and then slowly ramp that up to reach full capacity by year 4.
We have assembled a wonderful advisory board, including 3 current preschool directors, one of whom has started preschools in 10 locations in Pinecrest private schools. And on behalf of the mothers and their children, I would like to thank our team for all their hard work, thank our professors. And I'd just like to leave you with this thought. A woman who graduates from college will make, over her lifetime, $1 million more than a teen mom who drops out of school. Thank you for investing in the future of teen moms and their children.